welcome back to Crazy Town AV. Hey! That's right, guys. Well, you know, Happy New Year. Happy New Year, folks. It's 2023. What you're seeing here is an app called Notion. That's right. We'll be talking everything Notion today. We'll be talking about the capabilities in Notion, some of the shortfalls of Notion, but it's mostly going to be a demo, kind of like illustration to get you started on what Notion really is, the capabilities associated with this powerful application here. But to not waste your time, let's get started. Good. Now, this is the most important page right here. Now, it's going to ask you, do you want to create this for your team, personal use, or for school? If you're a student, obviously you want to go for the school option. If you're just like using to, if you just want to try it out, you could just go for personal use. Or if you're using for the team, I'm going to go for this option here because I want to show you the maximum, capabilities of the app itself and what you can actually really do with this app. So I'm going to go for team here. So yes, this is what I was talking about. Just to walk you through what's happening here, you have a search tab, you got some updates. It's then going to show you all of the team spaces that are associated with that workspace. So here, for example, we've got the workspace called Testing AVP, and it's under this email address. So what we can do here is, if we wanted to choose, so what's actually weird about this is you can create more workspaces under the same email address, but to find the settings to this email address and you haven't tweaked team spaces, or if you want to add more people, you'd have to come over here under settings and members. Then over here, it's then going to ask you for, so you see over here members, but then there's a button here or an option for you to add more people if you got a growing team or a growing company. Now, or if you actually, you can even use this for like group projects. If you want to get rid of the slacker in the group, you come here and you can simply just like, actually you can remove people, I believe, from like Workspace. But in this case, I don't think it's allowing me because I'm the only member so far. Okay, so it's going to divide your work into team spaces and your private space. The other thing we want to do is for your private notes, you could just call this maybe private notes for, I don't know, for client A or project A, right? And then over here you can have like, you can even add like images, you can embed links, you can even make it like full width. So let's go full. I don't like centralizing everything, right? Maybe some of you guys like making everything like central. I am not one of those people. I just love having the versatility of having to, let's move me over here. I like having the versatility of having the option of going full width on the page. What's great about this is you can add an icon on each of these. So what I like to do is I like to use a third-party icon package called Icons 8. Let's go project. So literally over here, you can come over to Icons 8. It's an icon package, right? And you can choose any of these icons here to use for your Notion thing. And you can just come over down here to copy image address. Go back to Notion, come over here, you just simply paste that link right here under. So remember, you click on the actual icon, you don't go into emoji, you don't go into icons, you go into custom. You add it there, then you click submit. So it's gonna take 2 seconds loading it, then boom, there you have it. It's also going to show up right here on your navigation pane. But with the cover, I like just using random unsplash photos. Yeah, actually the laptop looks cooler. Yeah, I think let's stick with that. Now we are starting to make our Notion page look a little different, right? Let's actually delete this because we really don't need it. You guys get the idea. Now, what's even cooler about this is you can track and you can have your own sort of like weird databases in case you want to have anything kind of like being tracked in real time. So let's say, for example, over here, if you want to, let's create an inline database. So it's going to give you an option here to create a database full page. I never go full page unless I'm like fully 100% that, unless you want that particular page to be specifically just a database. So over here, if you wanted a database of, say, your employees, and you're the CEO, you could do this. Or you're the project manager in a certain project that you guys are working on, you can do this right within Notion. And you can just jot down their names over here, Craig. And you can create, by the way, these are called properties of the table. This is what I mean now by unstructured databases, right? Because not everything here has got a specific data type that you want to have, right? So you just have to be very mindful. The other thing is you can actually stylize your page a little bit here. So as you can see, you've got various headings for various things. So you could go here. So you could just do this instead. So you could go toggle heading 1. So what this will do is it will toggle on and off every single thing under heading 1. Now what's cool about this is as soon as you press in that toggle, it hides every single data point underneath that. And you would normally want to do this obviously if you've got quite a lot of notes there, or if you're writing a book and you're trying to structure up different sections of your book. So if you wanted to export, let's say just this page alone, you have an export option here. So there we are. Now, this is what I meant now before by you having to data clean. If you're a data scientist or data engineer, you know what this is, markdowns and CSVs, and you just want a quick, PDF stylized right in. You can then just go PDF, include content, everything, page format, you want it to be on an A4 format, scaled percent, you want it to be 100%. But you can actually change this over to 80%. Let's actually see how that looks like. This is how then your thing is gonna look like. Let's create our own template actually here as just as a demo, right? We are gonna create a database, and let us create an inline database though, right? So by the way, you do have an option here of coming to templates and coming to choose whatever template you are looking for. Right. I do not normally use any of these, to be honest with you, but let's say you just wanted to design a portfolio to just like talk a little bit about yourself. You could always just go get template right here at the bottom right corner of the screen. Or if you've got like various systems that you want to break down to either your lecturer, or your lecturer, you're trying to break down a system to your students, you're a professor at some university, this is super versatile and it's just like super helpful for tracking you, for helping you track down all of your activities essentially. Lastly, how to share stuff in Notion. So all you got to do, hang on a minute, let me just do this real quick. Let me just move myself down here. All you got to do really is just go into, if you wanted to share this with people for people to see and find you online, you could just simply go share to web, right? So people got access to the link. Or if you don't want to share to web, you can still just toggle this off and just simply send it to just specific people. Like for example, let's send it to Craig over here. And obviously it says over here full plan, but he can only view in this case, right? I'm just gonna send this over to Craig and I'm gonna like, hey buddy, check this out. So yeah, so I'm just sending this to Craigie and I'm like, yo dude, just check this out. So this will allow Craig, and Craig only, by the way, to view this page. So it's going to send the link just to him alone. So you got an option here to share the entire workspace with him, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to invite him just to this one page. So you can go invite only to the page, then simply, sorry about that. Then simply click on done. So there it is. Now Craig can view, and he's invited as a guest over into this Notion page. If you wanted to share this as a public link, you could also do that. And you can also allow people to just like, edit the page if they wanted to, or they could just duplicate it as a template onto their own Notion pages. Let's copy this link. Now let's go into incognito mode just because, I want to show you guys how it looks like for a person who's just accessing the link from like anywhere around the world. There's an option there to duplicate what I have here, so you can duplicate it over onto your Notion. This is actually a proper live weather widget, by the way. Then you got the Book Me section. This calendar is actually very interactive. You can actually click on it and book a time with me and even confirm that. Obviously, it's going to ask for your name. And then it's going to ask for where you want to have that event. So I'm just going to go good looking guy. Email. We'll go back to our temp email trick. We create a temporary email. There we go. Now that it's generated, we go back. We go back here. We paste the email. You can choose where you want to book the session with me. As you can see, it's booked up for January 6, 2023 from 9:30 to 10:30. And you can just go Google Meet. Please share anything that will help you. This is a test demo. Ignore. Ignore, Brody. Okay, then you can just go schedule event. And now, as you can see over here, simple automated scheduling. Confirm. You're scheduled with Phil N. That's me. And this is your appointment right here. And it should show up on your end as well. So there. So that's how it's looking. So this is super, super versatile, guys. There's like lots and lots of things you can do with Notion. You guys take care of yourselves. I've been AVP. Take care.